Hi there. So tonight I want to introduce you to a stone. It is called Emerald and Fuschite, and it is a beautiful, beautiful deep green stone that is amazingly soothing and energizing at the same time. It is it's a combination of fuchsite, which is a lovely sparkly stone. I did a video of that, maybe a year ago, and yes, it's very fuchsite is a very uplifting energy, and then emerald. Emerald actually is has a very has a very calm and majestic feel to it. Um, hmm. Yeah, very self assured feel to it. And so this has baked together these two stones. It is primarily mined in, I believe, Brazil and Colombia, perhaps Zimbabwe as well. Definitely Brazil and Colombia. Um, yes. So I was drawn to this stone. I've been carrying it around for a few days, and hadn't worked with it in quite a long time. It is a heart-based stone, but in not so much in of the healing of the heart, more in the strengthening and the expression of of um, of the heart, and putting putting forth putting forth energy in a very heart centered way. Strong though. If I have to think of a tarot card, I would actually think of the Nine of Pentacles. Um, and of course, you could add the Queen of Pentacles too. Yes, you could, but very calm and with the strength of self in a heart based way. So I highly recommend this stone. I did look today to see if it was easily available. There is some, not a whole lot. At this time, I have a feeling it's just a little tricky with shipping and imports these days, but it's still available in the United States. You just have to look a little harder. I saw some on Etsy, and so you might try there. Yeah, so I recommend getting yourself a piece. So there's that, and it's I when I'm attracted to a stone, it really causes me to think about the energy that it's allowing me to feel, and what message that is. And I think I told you the message of of having um, the courage to lead with the heart. Now, that does take courage. And so I think that is the message of this stone. Um, yes. Yeah, all right. Kind of like the cowardly lion meets the Tin Man, right? In the Wizard of Oz. Anyway, I actually it was yesterday, and I did this kind of as a collective poll. I didn't make a video about it, but a collective poll, and it was this, and I got this card, which I thought really spoke a lot to the energy of the stone. Um, you and Otter Spirit, you are never alone, and I think there's a strong message in this card of yes, well, of course we are never alone, but also, I got the strong message of being one's own best and truest friend and ally. Um, and there we go. So, and of course, being being that to and for ourselves opens the door for that to appear um, in many other forms, come from the outward to toward us. So I'm going to keep this very short. I will get one more, maybe one little message, and let me do one from the Angel and Ancestors decks. Let's see what angels and ancestors have to say. Maybe an additional message. I'm taking this out of the box. I have to show you this feather. You are not alone. You are never alone. Okay. All right, but I will shuffle. So we'll take this out too. That is somehow cannot be left. All right, here we go. And maybe is there an additional message for this heart-based um, evening, heart-based video? Is any other message from the angels and ancestors? Okay. We have great teacher. Learn from spiritual experiences. I love that. That the that speaks to that the answers are within. Yeah, much like being one's own best strength and support. Let's see if I can move this a little bit. There we go. Okay, and there was another one. Shield Maiden. Make plans and focus. Okay. All right. It's an interesting additional message. But, I like I like her own strength of resolve here. And you see she has this kind of moon shaped necklace, um, kind of shielding just above her heart. And the moon is all about emotions and the shifting of the tides. And as we know, the moon moves very quickly, and sometimes life feels like it moves very quickly too. So I don't know if you will choose to get yourself one of these stones. Um, but no matter whether you do or you do not, please know that I wish you so much love, so much strength, and many blessings toward your expressing um, those. All right, I'll leave it there. Be well, be happy, and until next time, bye.